Hey, it's Dr. McLean, and boy, what a gorgeous fall day it is today. And kind of reminded me as we're going into this cooler weather, just to remind you and remind myself that movement, just physical movement, is so important for our health. And I'm not talking about exercise, although that's important as well, but just physical movement. And as we go into this colder weather, it's really easy to kind of go in that hibernation mode. You get home at night, it's dark, you get up in the morning, it's dark. And so it's really easy to not to get out and move the way that we should. So if you think of just two simple things, number one, our lymph system requires movement, just physical movement for it to work optimally. So that's just moving, bending, stretching, walking. So this doesn't mean going to the gym and working out or doing anything super physical, just going through a walk, cleaning your house, stretching, moving. And then the second thing is what's called your cerebral spinal fluid pump. And it's affected by the very base of our skull, the upper part of our spine, and then the very base of our spine, our sacrum. And that also requires movement for us to be able to get nutrition up into our brain and get waste out of our brain, as well as other things. So it's important to get, of course, chiropractic adjustments to make sure those areas are functioning and moving optimally. But also, again, just for us to be able to physically move. So think of that, of moving throughout the day as far as the frequency of it. So it's not just the duration. So let's say if you take a half hour or an hour walk at lunch, that's great. Keep doing that. But remember too, if you're in your office from, let's say, 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock, you're sitting at a desk or you're driving kids all over the place like we are a lot of nights, that you need to take some breaks and physically move. So that can be getting up and just even walking around your office, or if you're at home, going up and down your stairs, doing, like I said, a little bit of cleaning, going for a 2-minute walk. It doesn't have to be super long. So it's not all or nothing, it's all or something. So think about if you were a hunter-gatherer and throughout the day you're having to go gather firewood or get water or go get food, you'd be physically moving throughout the day. Of course, you'd have periods of rest, but we're not sitting for hours in front of a computer or using a phone or different things like that. So you've got to physically move. And again, don't think about exercise. Oh, that's great as well. It's just physical movement, and the frequency is as important, in my opinion, even more important. And again, going back to frequency, just remember that's, a minute or two throughout the day. So even if you do a 2-hour walk or an hour walk, you might make sure you're not sitting for 4 hours and before that and 4 hours after that. So you've got to do some frequency of movement. Keep doing that half-hour walk or hour walk or workout or whatever you're doing, but then add in the frequency of movement throughout the day.